All right, guys. So today what you're going to be doing is I'm going to have you try your own chromatography experiment at home. Okay. I'm going to show you how to try and do this. A couple different ways to do it. I would think most, if any, I would think all of you would have some of this stuff in your house enough to do it. If for some reason you have none of it, just shoot me a message and we'll work something out. Okay. Message me on Schoology and we'll take it from there. Okay. First thing you're gonna need is some kind of pen. Okay. If you know you have a washable ink, this, for example, is one of my kids' markers. It says washable on it, or a water-soluble ink. Okay. You can even go online and see, like, Google what are some types of water-soluble ink. All right. If you could find a water-soluble ink, that makes your life easy. You can use water as your solvent. Okay. In this cup I have about this much water. All right. If you want to try this with a permanent ink, here I have a black permanent pen. Okay. Water will not be a good solvent because, as you know, water doesn't take ink out of clothes generally. Ink stains. Okay. So in that case, what I've done is I've stolen Miss Bing's borrowed, I shouldn't say stolen, I borrowed Miss Bing's nail polish remover. So whereas this cup has a little water in it, in the other cup I have here, I'm going to pour a little bit of Miss Bing's nail polish remover. Okay? Now, for your chromatography paper, I have just regular paper, a piece of regular paper towel. You can use coffee filter for this if you like. Okay? No need to get fancy, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to just cut 2 strips off of this. You can tear it, whatever. I just want to make it neat. So I'll cut 2 strips off of this. And then, it's not an exact science. Izzy, flip the phone up so they can see this. Shoot down on it. Down, not on my face, down on the paper. Then, about 1 inch up, I'm going to take a pencil. It's very important you take a pencil, not a pen, because a pencil will not run when it's put in the solute. Okay? And you're going to make a mark with a pencil. Then, with each of your markers, or your pens, this one being the water-soluble ink, okay? I'm going to make a dot there with that. And then with my permanent ink, I'm going to make a dot with that, okay? Izzy, right on the pencil mark, okay? Now back up just keep shooting you. Okay, next. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start with my water-soluble. Again, I'll do both of these at the same time, just in case. It's the same procedure, but I'll put them both in at the same time. So what I'm going to do next, I've got a couple pieces of this Scotch tape, okay? And what I'm going to do with my chromatography paper, I'm just going to roll it onto the pen and just tape it so it can't unroll, okay? And this pen is going to ultimately rest on top of the cup and hold it in place, okay? I'll do the same with my non-soluble ink, my permanent ink, okay? And I'll tape it in place, okay? So they're taped in place now. It won't unroll. All right, so this is my nail polish remover. Now, when I sit this in the cup, what I want to do is test that when the pen rests, okay, this is going to sit on the bottom of the cup. Now, you do not want the dot submerged. You want the liquid to come up to about here, okay, below the dot. So I'm going to have to actually untape this and wrap it a little bit more. And hopefully this tape will keep it from, put another piece on. Okay, I wrapped it a little bit more. All right, so now I'm going to check it. Okay, see how this doesn't, if I touch the pen to the cup, this will not reach the bottom of the cup, but it will be in the liquid. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just rest this in the cup. No. Okay, and I'm going to let it sit, and it's going to soak it up. Same thing here. I'm going to check this. This one needs to come up a little bit more. So I'm going to raise this so that the dot, broke it, so that the dot isn't in the water. Okay, check it. We're good. And I'm going to let that one rest in there. That one sunk. So I'll have to do that one again. But, okay, so now once you've got the dot in there, okay, once you have your paper and it's absorbing the solute and it's separating, let it sit for about 15 minutes, 20 minutes, half hour, okay? Longer the better. Let it separate and you'll be able to take it out and you should see the dyes in your ink separate. The big thing here is, remember, if it's a washable marker, if it's a water-soluble ink, you can get away using water as your solute, okay? If it's a permanent ink, you're going to need to use something else. If you don't have nail polish remover, rubbing alcohol works as well. I'm not sure how good. I don't have any home to try, but you can use that as well, all right? If for some reason you think it's not permanent and it doesn't separate, you just get a big black drill or a big colorful drill, depending on what marker you use, that means that it probably was a permanent ink. You'll be able to see different colors, okay? Again, if you have questions, message me. All right, let's turn it off.
Okay.